Welcome to the Photocall for the film Son of Saul, directed by László Nemes, running for the Palme d'Or and for the Caméra d'Or. It's the only film in the competition this year to be competing for the Caméra d'Or, the Golden Camera, because this is László Nemes's first feature film. And what a feature film! It plunges us until we suffocate into the heart of the Nazi extermination camps. It takes us to the gas chambers, to the crematoria. We follow a man working at the camp who thinks he recognizes the corpse of his son among the bodies and wants to take that body and give it a proper burial. So the actor Géza Röhrig is one of the actors in the film. He's the one that's one of them that's come to Cannes also. He is a poet in real life. That's his day job, if you like. He lives in New York now. Clara Roye is also on your screen. She co-wrote the screenplay with László Nemes. Here we have the team here for their photos, having their photos taken by the international press. It is a strong film. You can see another of the actors there, Levente Molnar. He plays the role of one of the Sonderkommando members. The Sonderkommando is a group of Jews that the Nazis force to operate the gas chambers and the crematoria. They fuel the gas chambers and then they have to get rid of the remains at the other end. They have to force the Jews into the chambers, and then once they've been exterminated, get rid of all of the debris. They were the slaves of the Nazis who allowed them to survive for 3 or 4 months, to do that job, and then would shoot them so that they could not recount to the outside world what was going on. So all of the proof was wiped out, and László Nemes shows all of this in the background of his film. He's on the right on your screen now, and on the left we have Géza Röhrig, who has got a beard today, but in the film he does not have a beard. It's stronger than simple emotion, this film. It takes us into hell. He uses a very close-up format. It has been written that this film, László Nemes decided that the film could not be beautiful because the subject is so terrifying. But it certainly has a reason to exist, this film. And it really is so strong.
Voilà ce jeune László Nemes aux côtés de son
László Nemes on the screen alongside poet and actor Géza Röhrig. Géza Röhrig was born in Budapest in '74. He was thrown out of school at the age of 16 for his anti-communist activities. He was a member of an underground punk group. And then he went off to study in Krakow. He studied Polish literature there. And he went on to Budapest's Film Academy, where he was a student also.
Then at
the beginning of the 90s, he went off to Jerusalem. Here we have another actor on the photo shoot, a photo call now. We can imagine how impressive the process must have been, reenacting these stories, crimes against humanity.
Voilà, un jeune cinéaste, c'est comédien.
László Nemes is a young filmmaker. His actors are young actors. Laszlo Nemes has been to Cannes before. He had a residency at the Cine Foundation, and that's where he worked on the preparation of this film, which we're going to see today. The Cine Foundation is so important for new filmmakers. It's a kind of school for directors who have made perhaps a couple of short films and want to move on to full-length feature films, need to meet producers, need some help perhaps with their screenwriting. They are accommodated in Paris. They stay for 6 months. They have a room where they can work peacefully. And that is another aspect of the Cannes Film Festival. It's not just the red carpet. It's not just the competition. There's a whole series of aids and supports for filmmakers throughout the year.
Et là, c'est Géza Röhrig.
And there we seem to have the end of the film, of the Photocall. So Géza Röhrig studied in Jerusalem. He now lives in New York. He's published 7 volumes of poetry already, and he's now working on his first novel.
Voilà les courts-métrages de ce jeune réalisateur.
Laszlo Nemes has made short films in the past. Their titles were The Gentleman Takes His Leave, The Counterpart, and With a Little Patience. All 3 short films have been in international festivals, and they all won prizes. So here are the 2 screenwriters, Laszlo Nemes and Clara Roye. She is French. She was born in Paris in 1981. She did her studies in Paris. She wrote a thesis on Jewish writers from Central Europe. She then lived in Budapest from 2007 to 2010. She is a lecturer at the Sorbonne in Paris. She was in the past up until 2014, she taught history and Central European literature. Now she lives in Prague. She's written a novel already. And she's worked with Laszlo Nemes since 2008.